Hey everybody, Sharon here from VidGamiac.com. Here we are today back in Bumblebee, covering the 8th set of golden flowers today. These are going to cover the ones in level 8, the Dead Land. So make sure you load that one up. You're going to start right here in the neighborhood area. We're going to start out by going straight down the street from the starting point, so just make sure you go down. You're going to want to keep going down until you see the T-shaped intersection. There's going to be a tree growing in the middle of the road, so once you come across that roadblock, that's when you are going to want to go for the first 2 flowers. They're going to be on either side of the road. You can get them in any order. We're going to go with the right side first, which is going to be right here up on the corner of this awning. So make sure you grab that, and then we're going to head to the opposite house right here. This is the one with the split tree in front of the front door. Make sure you thread the needle and then head inside, and then the second flower is going to be right here all by itself in the house. And to make things easier, we can take the back door out, thankfully, and we don't have to deal with trying to go through the split in the tree again. So once you're back out on the streets, just make sure you make your way back to the T-shaped intersection, and then we're going to have a string of power-ups that is going to lead us through this house right here. Make sure you just follow them along. You are eventually going to go down a block and then end up on this street. Once you get here, make sure you take a sharp right, and then you can continue to follow the power-ups, and they're going to curve you over to this L-shaped house here. Make sure you look in the yard, and then your next flower is going to be right here. Then we're going to head back out onto the streets, and then it's going to be a pretty long flight to the next one. So just make sure you head down the street. I recommend trying to grab as many speed power-ups along the way as you can, as they are going to be plentiful out here. So just make sure you follow them. You are going to go into the factory. Make sure you go straight through. And then once you are in the factory courtyard, make sure you go diagonally this way, and then in this building is going to be the next flower. Make sure you grab this, and then to exit, make sure you take this door out. You should be in the area of the factory with a bunch of pipes. Just make sure you follow the spiraling pipes until you get to this area right here where you can turn, and then grab this flower under this set of pipes. And then once we have these, we're going to navigate across this set of farmland back out onto the streets. Once you see this truck, make sure you take a left and then just follow the street until it turns. And then it's going to get a little windy, and then it's going to turn one more time, and then once it turns that second time, you should see another truck, and on this truck is going to be your next flower. So make sure you grab this, and then we're going to continue to follow the street. Make sure you grab those speed power-ups along the way. They're going to be a big help, especially if you don't like the super slow movement speed of the game. But eventually you're going to be taken to a barn, and then in this barn is going to be your next flowers. Make sure you grab that and just fly on through, and then grab it in the stalls right here. Then just keep heading outside. Once you get to the other side of the barn, just continue to follow the trail of speed power-ups, and eventually you should be out here in this farmland. The next flower is going to be on this stack of hay, so make sure you grab it. And then once you have that, we're going to head to the back side of the map. So you can take whatever way you want. I'm just going to follow the speed power-ups however you can, and just stick to the boundary of the map to get there as well. There's going to be a little town right here off in the corner, so make sure you head in that direction. If you do get lost, just make sure you look for the military camp, and then you should be in the right place. Just make sure you keep going until you see all these dead trees right here. There's going to be another barn to mark the start of this area. We are going to either go through it or around it on either side, and that's going to take us to this dead forest right here. We're going to keep following the road, and eventually this is going to take us to this pipe right here. Once you see the pipe turn, make sure you follow it, and then over here on the right is going to be the next flower. Grab that, and then all the way at the back of the map, we are going to have our last flower, so just make sure you keep heading straight, and then eventually you should see another pipe. The flower is going to be atop this ground level pipe right here. So make sure you grab it off of the corner. That should be all 10 of them, which is going to complete the set, and then once we have a complete set of flowers for this level, we should be good for another achievement, another 50 gamer score for us, and that's going to wrap things up here. Don't forget to check back soon next time for level 9. But that's all there is to it.